Today I'm going to review Tortillas to Totems by Sam Manicom. Tortillas to Totems, Sidetracked by the Unexpected by Sam Manicom. I don't know what to say about Sam. You've probably heard of him. If not, you're probably very aware of him, whether you not know his name or not. He is one of the Mac Daddy granddaddies of world travel. Not so much that they do it, because lots of people do world travel, but because of the prolific writing that he does, and then how he's, this is like a fourth book. There's a bunch of these books in a series around the world, and then he gives lectures and talks, and he does a lot of other things at the different adventure kind of groups and meetings, and he's obviously there to sell his book, but he's also there to help impart knowledge and give inspiration to people to go out and ride. This is written really well. I picked this up because I found it used on eBay. He's, like I said, you can go to his website and buy, his whole book series, and I think they have a buy a box set discount kind of thing, or you can buy just individually. I just wanted to get a sense of his writing and pick this up, like I said, off eBay. It's probably a year ago, maybe a little more than that. Time flies, who knows. Really, really great book, and I'm definitely looking at getting more of his books, maybe to get the whole set. And it's broken up a little bit differently than some of the others. It's not a daily diary style where you have, day one I went from here to there, and or broken into specific cities or not cities, but some people will do it by country or by region. They'll have like, here's everything I did in this area, here's everything I did in that area. So the chapter's a little bit different. You got, predators and border queens, lost civilizations, deep water. So it's definitely more story driven just on the outset, because he's speaking about narrative more than specific geographic location in terms of even just the titling. And I definitely like that. I'll just read a little bit here of this first part. So he gives a map here of what this book covers. And then it starts out here, the predators and border queens. The bike and I leapt violently into the air. As we did so, all thoughts had been meandering through my head, and my mind were changed instantly into survive. My bike's engine screamed as I involuntarily opened the throttle on takeoff, this grip of fear almost making the situation worse. As we took off, I heard and felt the drive shaft hit the top of the tope, it's tope, with a sickening thump. This just had to have caused major damage. A tope, I'm doing that because I know how to pronounce it because I've read the book, but I'm trying to read it how it's written. A tope, pronounced tope, is a Mexican speed bump. This was no mere speed bump. There had been nothing to warn that they were there. The dusty tarmac had camouflaged it perfectly, and in the sun right overhead hadn't even cast the hint of a shadow. The wheels came crashing down back again, and the wobble was going to throw me off. The bike's suspension bottomed out under my weight. I can actually really relate to that. Not that I've done that specific thing, but I've come up on just road riding, hitting sinkholes that you don't see because they're in the shadow of a tree, and it's like suddenly you're just 1 second you're having a good time, next you're like slammed in there, and Sam really just he writes like that to the place where you can sort of imagine yourself doing it. You can really feel it as you go along. It's not just I went here and there, and these are the things I did, and here's how much mileage I did. You feel like you're out riding with him. You feel like you're participating in the trials and tribulations and the issues. And one of the things that comes across is they deal with a lot of stuff you'd expect on a long trip. A lot of crap, a lot of bad things happen. Not from bad people hurting them, but just this breaks down, that problem they have, at a border crossing or whatever. And even though he does not leave out the negative stuff when they're dealing with issues, his attitude is always one of positivity and getting going again, and enjoying and realizing the privilege of being out there and just the glory of the world and being able to experience it, which really is encouraging and inspirational when you come across. And he has a lot of good photos, and they actually do color print photos, which is quite a bit more expensive than the black and white, but they're very, very nice. They look, I don't know if it's the print style or whatever, but they kind of look like slide film to me. but just amazing, images and the storytelling. And the thing I like about it is it kind of has that regional feel, which is, for me, one of the reasons I liked getting this first one was that, it's heading up through, not my neck of the woods, but at least, tangentially where I live. And I thought that would be a good place to start. But I'm definitely going to start looking for finding the other copies of the rest of his series. So, Tortillas to Totems by Sam Manicom, Motorcycling Mexico, the US, and Canada. Sidetracked by the Unexpected. Pick up your copy today.